everyone. So right now I'm going to demonstrate this game. Okay, so the name of this game is Hold the Gravity. So let me just show you. Okay, so I will turn it on, and any site will randomly lit up. Okay, so my task is to keep that site on the top. And if I do it properly, uh, I will get a score. Otherwise, I will get a negative score. And for now, I have set that the maximum negative score can be 5. So at max, I can commit only 5 mistakes. I will just show you. If I commit one more mistake, so you can see the game is over, and there is a constant beep. Okay, so let's start over. Okay, so I've turned it on. I'll just play it. In that way, when I will. And on that digital display, you can see the score, the position to move, these informations. Okay, and as the score increases, let me tell you, the speed is also increasing, which makes it a little interesting as well as a challenge in order to score properly. And the maximum score for now is 50. So if I will score 50, it will just display that you win. Let's see whether we win or not. And in between, if I commit any time, and overall 4 mistakes, so I will get a score. It will display game over. Okay, so I think I'm almost winning. Let's see. Okay, so as I completed 50 score, you can see it's displaying. Okay, maybe you're not able to see it properly, but on the display it is writing you win. I need a Arduino Nano, accelerometer sensor, a display module, some LEDs, a battery, and a buzzer to make our game. Okay, so let's see the circuit diagram. So first we connect the accelerometer sensor and the OLED display to the Arduino Nano. Next we connect the buzzer. Next we connect the 6 faces to 6 different pins from D2 to D7. And finally we have this battery along with the charging module. Okay, so let's see the algorithm. We initialize lives by 5 and score by 0. Now we choose a random phase and wait for some time duration. After that, we check if the orientation is same as the required orientation. We increment score by 1. Otherwise, we decrement score and also 1 life. Now, if lives is greater than 0, we move on. Otherwise, the game is over. Now we check if score is greater than or equal to 50. We display you win and end the game. Otherwise, we move on back to here. Choose a random phase and repeat the procedure. This is the front face. This is the up, back, right, left, and down face. Okay, and here we have an OLED display which will basically display the basic informations like score, remaining lives, and lastly the position to move. And here I've just installed a small button. Okay, you can see the inside. Yes, it looks a little complicated in here, so let me just tell you. Okay, so at the center we have our microcontroller. I'm using a Arduino Nano board for that. Okay, here I have the battery and its charging module. Over there I have a speaker, actually more like a buzzer, and here just beside the buzzer I have a MPU 6050 accelerometer sensor. Okay, 3 axis. So Basically the sensor is telling me my current orientation, and using that info I'm deciding whether to give a positive score or a negative score. Yeah, so that's it. It's pretty simple but challenging at the same time. Okay, so let's discuss the code now. So in the first line we have included pitches.h. So what it will do, it will be basically used to produce different sound effects. Next we have this library u8glib.h. We will be using this for the OLED display. Next we have few declarations, variable declarations for the MPU6050 accelerometer sensor. Finally we have some other variable declarations. So moving on, in the setup part, what we are doing, first we are doing this random seed analog read. So what it will ensure that on every time we start our game, it will produce a new random sequence. So moving on, we are calling setup MPU. So this is declared inside the accelerometer sensor. So over here, next we are calling setup OLED. So again, it is declared over here, right? Finally, we are initializing all the LEDs, all the 6 faces of our game, and starting the timer. Moving on, inside the loop function, first we need to refresh the sensor, few lines to refresh the accelerometer sensor. We are calling the record accelerometer registers. Let's see what that function is. Okay, so here you can see the record accelerometer registers function. So what it is doing, it is calculating accelerometer x, y, and z values and then processing this data. Basically, what it does, it simply divides. Finally, we are multiplying our values with 100 so that it is in the range of -90 to +90. Okay, so back to our loop function. So once we have our values, x, y, z values, we are calling the game function. So this is defined inside the gameplay. Okay, so here what is happening? So based on our accelerometer data, we are deciding the position. We are calling the decide function. So okay, we have defined it over here. It is simply taking those values, g4, x, y, and z values, and deciding whether we are facing front, up, down, right, left, or back, and returning the pin number of the same, right? So moving on back to our loop function. So back to our game function, right? So once we have our position, so we have 2 lines to control the speed. So as our score is increasing, we are increasing the speed as well. Okay, so it will ensure that the difficulty increases a little bit. So and we are checking in every this duration, speed duration, if whether our orientation and the required position is same or not. Okay, so if the required position is same as our current position, so we are just updating the score, upgrading it by 1, and we play a small sound effect as if we are collecting a coin or a point. Okay, and otherwise, if this condition is false and number is not equal to 0, this is the initial value for the number. Here we can see the initial value of the number is 0. So if it is not the case, so we decrease the score. It means that our orientation as the required orientation is not the same. So moving on, once we have updated the score, we just generate a new random number in between 2 to 8, 2 to 7, right? So each is indicating one of the 6 phases of our game, right? And first we turn off all the phases, and finally we just turn on. We make sure that only the required phase is turned on, right? And we reset the timer. Okay, outside this if condition, we call in the display function to display our required position, current score, and the remaining live or the negative score. So it is over here. So we are displaying the number of lives. That is our next score. Remaining lives, right? Required position, that is our pause of win, and finally the score. So back to our loop function. So basically our game is done and our score has been calculated right now. So what we do based on that score, we will decide. So okay, so if the negative score is less than equal to 0, that means we have committed more than 5 mistakes. Actually 5 mistakes exactly. So game is over if 5 mistakes are made, right? So we call the display game over function. Okay, so it is defined over here. Let's see, display game over, right? So it will just print game over on our OLED screen. Okay, and it will turn on the side LEDs, left and right LEDs, and inside a infinite loop, inside an infinite loop, we will play a continuous tone indicating that the game is over and you lost, right? Okay, so if this condition is not true, what we will do? Okay, here what we need to do, yeah. If our score is greater than equal to 50, right? So basically it will indicate that you won, right? So we'll call the display win function. Let's see what it does. Over here, let's play win. Yeah. So it will print you win on our screen. And inside the infinite loop, it will play a melodious tone, right? And it will blink all the LEDs like simultaneously, all on, all off, all on, all off. That will basically create a good effect, right? With this, our code is done.